Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Lance Gilman joins us. He's the partner broker with the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Jet into the Carson Valley Inn for cash and getaway giveaways. Cash and free play drawings every Thursday and Saturday with a $1,000 winner guaranteed each drawing night. And grand prize giveaways including $10,000 in cash or the ultimate Hawaiian vacation package guaranteed. It's the cash and getaway giveaways only at the Carson Valley Inn.
Pro Group Management offers workers' comp services to a growing number of industries. As businesses grow and change with the times, the need for a solid workers' comp program must be flexible and up to date. The evolving nature of regulations can make staying ahead of complex tasks challenging. But Pro Group Management simplifies the work so your industry can move forward and succeed. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
It's the 10 million point Break the Bank giveaways at Tamarack Casino. Plus, win your share of $50,000 in cash. The 10 million point Break the Bank giveaways plus $50,000 in cash at Tamarack Casino. Now through February 25th. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino.
Nevada Newsmakers Studio is located at the headquarters of the Nevada Trucking Association. Motion and purpose are a truck's greatest virtue.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we are always delighted to welcome back to the program Lance Gilman. He is the partner broker for the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center. As you look back, what was the most exciting moment of the growth of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center? Was it a Tesla announcement?
No. I would tell you probably the very first announcement that confirmed for me that we'd made some good choices was when Walmart decided to come.
The distribution center.
The distribution center, because Walmart is a very difficult transaction in the first place. They're a careful company and they run you through your paces. And of course we were showing them a piece of land that was up kind of in the middle of the project with no roads to it. It had a dirt road that you kind of bump over with a pickup. But they chose this place, and so we had the I-80 freeway down below and the interchange we had to build, and so they went along with us. And we said, look, we'll leave all the money in escrow and we'll build that road up to you, and by the time you get your C of O, we'll have that asphalt to your plant.
You know,
and they shook our hand, and that's what we did.
And it was the first 1 million square foot building, right?
Yes, sir.
And the Cloverleaf interchange that you guys built,
yes, sir.
They actually got their building finished first, right?
Before the Cloverleaf.
Yeah.
They were using that kind of what was a substandard off-ramp right there, and which really didn't work for them. But I'm very proud of that transaction because we had to shake hands with them and trust each other. And so in business, when you have a company of that magnitude that's going to come in, and they were certainly, I think the biggest disappointment I have that is I saw on the side of the building, I wanted this great big Walmart sign that lit up in red. He wanted a little rock out there in the front with a plaque that said Walmart. So they were hiding, I wanted so. That solidified in my mind that we'd made some good choices.
I was in New York when the Tesla announcement came out. Rick Velada posted it in the Las Vegas Review-Journal. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. I went to DC right after, went to a Tesla store, sent you photographs from me at the Tesla store.
Yep.
Did you ever envision that the building was eventually going to be as big as it has become and is going to get even larger?
Yes. We were advised when they came in that the vision for them, they were planning on a 20 million square foot building.
20 million?
20 million square feet. Largest building in the world, 10 million a floor.
That's bigger than the Pentagon.
Yes. Yeah, and that was on paper. I mean, we actually, so I anticipate seeing 20 million feet there. And he did some really wonderful things. He wanted to be true north, and so he positioned that building. It had to be absolutely right for his Panasonic partners. And so they moved the pad around in the building and even redid footings. So that building was built precisely to Mr. Musk's criteria.
And he bought 1,000 acres on the ground and then turned around not too long after and bought 2,000 acres of mountaintops.
Yes.
Why?
I know that he always had that vision, but I couldn't tell you why. When I first met them, they only wanted 100 acres. So we had a site in the other part of the park. And then it turned into, well, maybe 300 acres. And then we went out and found that Seppin Valley, well, maybe 500 acres, and then 1,000. Actually ended up 3,330 when they finally got finished buying. But, I think they've purchased some more since. So I'm not exactly sure what the total.
Well, and they also have another building they're leasing where they're building trucks now.
Yes, sir.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah, I hadn't planned on the trucks. I knew the cars were sneaking in because they were starting to do a lot of the parts there. And so Panasonic had half the building, that was all batteries, right? And so we never knew exactly what Mr. Musk was going to do finally with his. He started out just being batteries, but they slowly started doing car parts and then upholstery and one thing after another. I started meeting their glass people and their R&D department and interesting stuff.
I was in Italy recently and went to the 2 Maserati museums, and which is phenomenal. Anybody goes to Italy, northern Italy, go to Modena and visit these museums. It's totally worth it. And I've done the tours of Tesla, and I think that they should start building a museum out there.
Probably will, yes. I love Italy, one of my very favorite places. I used to go back there to the boat show every year with Lastron boats when I was in the marine business.
Switch.
Yep.
Did you expect them to expand as much as they did?
Yes. But within their own parcel that they first purchased. So the second takedown was a surprise. And then they got busy and graded it, and so I knew that he had grand schemes and plans.
This is Rob Roy.
Yes, Rob Roy.
You visited him in Vegas. You
Yes.
went to his place in Vegas. What surprised you about that?
So we finished the Tesla transaction in Carson City when they got all their entitlements and everything down there. We had to have that special session, and they got their set-offs with their taxes and those kind of things. And so I was approached by Krolicki in the lobby out there, and they said, we have another company that would like to be here, but they're really looking like maybe they're going to go to Phoenix, Arizona. And so he said, we'd like to introduce you to Switch and Rob Roy. I said, I'd be pleased to. So shortly thereafter, I was on a plane down there and met with Rob Roy and his crew. And we had a very, very positive meeting. He had a phenomenal office. If you've been in there in this conference room there, he's just a very creative individual. And so he pulled this big screen that came down out of and we were looking at live feed, of the South Meadows or Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, and we actually sort of site selected off of that, and then, and so I pretty well knew when I left there that he was highly interested, motivated to come to Northern Nevada.
You told me, you shared on the show a few years ago, but share again the security of protection with the roofing.
Well, he has 2 roofs. So a hurricane could take the first one and he would have the second one in support. Everything that gentleman does is about security of your information. So if you go into his data center, he wants you to know that there's no safer place in the world. So he has all of his guards, and he hires ex-military with full combat gear and AKs, and and the building itself is just absolutely incredible. Redundancy, whether it be power, water, everything. He wants you to know that you're 99.999% safe in there. And his buildings are very expensive, but away it goes. He's building more now, and the other thing that was magic from Switch is he settled in Las Vegas because under the buildings in Vegas was an area that was the most connectivity anywhere in the United States with fiber, and so he needed that fiber up here. And the thing that folks probably didn't follow is that after he closed escrow and started his building, he ran fiber line from Las Vegas and connected his building in less than a year. Now think about that. He had to get across all these properties and up the highways and underground the whole thing. it was just monumental in what but he brought the largest fiber line connectivity out of Las Vegas that anybody, and that's one of the things that's really attracted so much of the data storage or the folks that are really interested in fiber here in Northern Nevada.
And in fact, he created a loop between Las Vegas, Reno, San Francisco, LA, back to Vegas.
I'm not familiar, I'm not aware that that's completed, but that was the intent. So if you know that was completed, yes.
I don't, but I know, yes, I agree, that was the intent.
Yes.
Do we know what Google is actually going to do with the massive property they purchased?
Never. Never.
Because how many acres did they buy?
1,250.
That's a lot of acres.
It is a lot of acres, and I was aware at the time that ABC had sent out to a lot of their divisions, are you interested in being in Northern Nevada? So they had the land, they were selling the park, and they were really interviewing all their various companies on who might come. And there was a plan afoot to do a very large, and then I think it took a back burner for a while, and they finished some. They did a lot of project, and now with Redwood and all of that project going out there, their neighbor to the west, they're back at the table. They're building again. So, but they're never really going to let you know what they plan to do. That those folks play their cards very, very close to the vest.
Yeah, because I mean, it's such a huge campus. It's
Yes.
not just, or it appears not to just be data storage.
It was intended to go beyond data storage. Today, that's where they are. Where they go tomorrow, we watched during the transactional time. You know, they were probably here in this market for 5 years looking before they decided on a piece. And they were with us, they drug us around for a year or more, maybe 2, I can't remember now, but a long time, putting their transaction together. They're very slow to move. They're very corporate directed through lots of different desks. And so I'm not sure the lower desks even know what the upper desks plan to do next year. It's just, that's kind of the way they operate.
All right, lots more with Lance Gilman when we come back.
Jet into the Carson Valley Inn for cash and getaway giveaways. Cash and free play drawings every Thursday and Saturday with a $1,000 winner guaranteed each drawing night. And grand prize giveaways including $10,000 in cash or the ultimate Hawaiian vacation package guaranteed. It's the cash and getaway giveaways only at the Carson Valley Inn.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
The Do It Right guys at Nevada Heating have one mission. Your furnace breaks down today? We fix it today. Why freeze for days while your furnace is down when Nevada Heating can get the job done today and you can get warm again? For nearly 50 years, locally owned Nevada Heating has been getting the job done right. Call today at 323-5585 and we'll fix it today. That's 323-5585 or online at nevadaheating.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Lance Gilman. He's the partner broker of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, along with Roger Norman. Jeff Burns, Blockchains LLC. We haven't heard a peep out of them in almost 2 years. Is there anything you can share about, the 67,000 acres they purchased from you guys and appear to have not really done anything with it yet?
I'm aware and can share. As you know, I'm under an NDA there, and so we're cautious. But I'm aware that he has a team of folks here, and that team actually I think are centered out of San Francisco, and they're looking to sell property, but I don't believe, and this is conjecture, I don't believe they're selling small parcels. I think they want to sell bulk property, and I know that they have been approached by a number of people, but to date I'm not aware of any transactions. That's may or may not be the case.
In terms of more easily developable land, they've got about 1,500 acres, which is a considerable amount of land, right?
Yes.
So you could put anything you wanted in there.
They see it as being larger. So 1,500 acres within the covenants of the first group of properties we put together. But I think they believe they have quite a bit more. And you can build on anything, Sam. You can take, if you go to San Diego, for example, they build on the mesas and they build on the valleys, and you can build on anything given enough money. But you have to be able to get all of your infrastructure, your highway, your street curb gutter, your water, your sewer, to all of those areas on a practical basis. So I think they're looking beyond 1,500 acres, but how much they might be offering, I have no idea.
So to me, and just as an observer, I'm certainly not a builder or a developer, but the key to all of this at TRI was putting in the infrastructure first, putting that investment in there so that when people came, you could give them a grading permit on the same day and they could move ahead with the project. Is that not really the key to what you guys did?
Yes, sir.
Beyond you being the world's best salesman, but I mean, that's a whole other story.
No, God loved Roger Norman, but more importantly, God loved Story County. And so my first answer would be, and by the way, I'll mention that Story County is the unsung hero. You rarely ever, if ever, hear anybody in the Northern Nevada community give credit to Story County and what they did. But the county had the vision and the fortitude, if you will, to join with a developer, to reduce regulation quickly, to get to the bottom line of how to create a regulatory environment that would attract companies. That's why you can have a grading permit in 5 days. They allowed us to zone the entire park. They allowed us to pre-approve all industrial uses day one. No one basically in the nation can really compete with what Story County did. Certainly the Washoe County is not in a position, Reno Sparks. It took Story County to put together the elements necessary to attract all that business. And I would love one day for them to get the accolades that they truly deserve. But by us then going in there and doing a public-private finance plan, and which was also leading edge negotiation between a private developer and a county. So we were able to go in there and we put in the new water company, we put in the new sewer company, we put in 300 lane miles of roadways, street curb and gutter, we built the interchange. We built all of that for cash. There wasn't debt put on that. We didn't get any grants from the federal government, the state. We didn't get anything from the county. We just went in. Roger Norman, God love that man, went in and funded all of that. Of course, I sold a few things along the way that helped.
Yes, you did.
So yes, sir, your question is right. We even put in the purple pipe system that is now being rewarded because we're bringing in all that water from sewer treatment out of Reno Sparks. And
which
so
is really helping Washoe County because they have a little more breathing room in having to fix that sewer plant.
Yes, sir. They don't have to do the multi-million dollars of upgrades, and they're also not discharging water that's high in nitrates into the river, and so the Paiutes are winning, and so it's a win-win-win for everybody. And the corporate groups that we have out there in TRI today certainly are benefiting from that reuse of water, and I think it's probably in the nation it may be the largest reclaimed water system yet put in for a park or community.
I talked to another developer recently about a big project that they were working on, and I said, why are you not putting in the infrastructure first? And we said, we're no Roger Norman. Let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Event Center sits at the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 2 floors of meeting and event space are ideal for groups and conventions. Stay in one of 200 luxurious rooms and suites. Brand your event throughout the property. Flexible event spaces make for easy planning and personalization. Take over the entire hotel with a full buyout option.
Snorkel personnel lifts are engineered beyond the industry norm to an uncommon level of safety and durability, and with an eye towards sustainability. They're also designed to be simple to operate and maintain. Snorkel, always at the cutting edge of progress.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Truck drivers are some of the hardest working people you'll meet, delivering over 70% of America's freight and 92% of Nevada's. When there's a natural disaster, they're delivering critical supplies to help those communities recover and rebuild. Every sector of the economy and our nation's military rely on truck drivers. So let's take a moment to say thank you. On the open road or city streets, our truck drivers are rolling to make our economy and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Lance Gilman. He is the partner broker for the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center. And now, of course, for those that keep up with these things, there is Tahoe Reno Industrial Center number 2, this one near Fernley. Where are we? Did the lands bill help you? Did it, the one that was done for Fallon, or are you still working on that?
So our good Congressman Mark Amadei is kind of the lead on that, along with Cortez Mastiff. And we have not finished our BLM lands bill yet. And very important at this point, we own and fee 7,000 acres. We really need this lands bill to bring enough land in to make it pencil so that Roger can do the Roger Norman deal. He wants to recreate what he did with TRI. That means he wants to go into the interchange down there. Let me think here, Sam. I forget exactly. I'll come back to it. But at any rate, he wants to build a ring road around Fernley, and needs to, so we can really leave the traffic on the bottom.
May I just repeat that? He wants to build a ring road around Fernley.
Yes.
A little small project.
Another USA Parkway.
Right.
And so he needs to tie into I-80 freeway, and he can do that there at Wadsworth, where there's a parcel interchange. And so then he'll bring it around and access, because right now there's a real trucking traffic problem in downtown Fernley. You got to run through the local streets and everything. So the ring road has to go in. He would have to build his own water and sewer company. They're not really in a position in Fernley to do all that. And so they've got to start, obviously, but he would. So you're talking about another $100 million investment from a guy to go in and install all the infrastructure. That's the way he sells. And once he gets that done, then he can go in and companies are comfortable coming in. And we still have some documentation to have approved in Fernley. But I will tell you the bottom line is, if this could come together soon, and really timing is so important. But you know that Microsoft just did 300 acres down at the Silver Springs Airport. So now they've taken USA Parkway, gone down to 50, and now you have Microsoft going to do a nice park down there. And that's probably going to be a tech park, I would guess. And so they're moving the corridor down to 50 to the south, and then we're going to come out I-80 from TRI toward Fernley. That's the main transportation route. So all of a sudden, and I mentioned to you, I believe that community, being at Fernley, the Lyon County group, that's the next epicenter of the growth for Northern Nevada. It just makes total sense. Reno's out of land and really doesn't have a lot of expansion opportunity. Sparks is trying to do some now. God love Ed Dawson. He's a great man. He's their mayor down there, and he's trying to come with La Posada across, and he will expand Sparks to the best of his ability. But the development corridor is out I-80.
All right, so hang on. So
Yep.
so you said Microsoft took 300 acres at Silver Springs?
Just less than 3, but just less than 3.
Okay, but that's huge. And for years there's been conversation about the Silver Springs Airport. is there going to be we only have about a minute here, but is there going to be a larger airport being constructed there?
Unknown to me. I just know that Microsoft, they're not specifically, they're adjacent to the airport, but it's not necessarily an airport play. I can't tell you that. I can just tell you that the mega company now has a major footprint in Silver Springs.
Does the West Adams family still own the 20,000 acres along USA Parkway in Lyon County?
They do.
And that would be potentially a 200,000 person city if they wanted to develop.
And then there's already a million square foot building going into the West Adams property.
Okay, so that project is now going forward, because that in itself would be huge. Lance Gilman, I hate it because we get to this point and I got 15 more questions.
There'll be more.
I love you. Thank you so much for doing this as always. Have a great new year, and we'll keep our fingers crossed on that, Lance.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you for the life.
Thank you. Oh, both ways. And we'll be right back.
Retail's impact on Nevada's economy? Enormous. 8,600 businesses, large and small, employing 145,000 workers. And last fiscal year, retail paid tax on nearly $60 billion in sales. We're the Retail Association of Nevada. We support retail, we help it grow, and we mean business.
RANNV.org.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Retail's impact on Nevada's economy? Enormous. 8,600 businesses, large and small, employing 145,000 workers. And last fiscal year, retail paid tax on nearly $60 billion in sales. We're the Retail Association of Nevada. We support retail, we help it grow, and we mean business.
RANNV.org.
Brian Culpa Photography was born in the rolling hills of Massachusetts, and now he can help you experience the stunning beauty of Nevada in a whole new way through the power of flight. Flying has always been a passion for Brian, and at Brian Culpa Photography, he can make your imagination soar. Brian has the creative mind and tools to tell your unique story. Experience the bird's eye view at brianculpaphotography.com.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
Nevada Newsmakers Studio is located at the headquarters of the Nevada Trucking Association. Motion and purpose are a truck's greatest virtue.
As always, you can watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day at NevadaNewsmakers.com. We'll see you on the next show.